Lemonada.
Today's episode is brought to you by Jevity. If you've ever had blood work come back fine, but still felt like something was off, this might sound familiar. What stood out to me about Jevity is that they go beyond a standard annual physical. Their longevity panel looks at more than 100 biomarkers, and instead of just handing you a report, they connect you with a longevity specialist who helps make sense of it all and builds a personalized plan around your goals.
That's the difference. A lot of services stop at the data. Jevity helps you understand what to do next with support from a clinical team and access to things like hormone optimization, peptides, genetics, and personalized supplement protocols. Ready to see what your standard physical has been missing? Head to gojevity.com and use code HAPPIER to get 15% off your Jevity membership. That's GOGEVITI.com, code HAPPIER for 15% off. Jevity's services are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Results may vary. Available in 47 states.
You can focus on exercise, nutrition, all the things you're supposed to do for your health, but if you are not sleeping well, it is very hard to feel refreshed.
Especially when you wake up overheated in the middle of the night, that completely affects my sleep, which is why I love the ChiliPad 2.0 by Sleep Me. It is a water-based mattress topper that controls your sleep temperature and works with your existing mattress. And if one person sleeps hot and the other sleeps cold, and that's Adam and me, each side can have its own temperature setting, which is amazing.
Yeah, and I also love that it automatically starts when you get into bed, so it feels seamless. Visit www.sleep.me/Gretchen to get up to $255 off your ChiliPad 2.0 with code Gretchen. This special offer is available for Happier listeners and only for a limited time. Order it today with free shipping and try it out for 30 days. You can return it for free if you don't like it with their sleep trial. Visit www.sleep.me/Gretchen and see why cold sleep is your ultimate ally in performance and recovery. I'm Gretchen Rubin, and this is A Little Happier. I'm working on my book, Project Empty Nest, about the empty nest transition, a transition that I'm rebranding as the open door transition. I love quotations, so one of my favorite parts of writing a book is choosing the epigraphs. For this book, the book as a whole has 2 quotations as epigraphs, and each chapter has its own individual epigraph as well. The epigraph for chapter 1 comes from E.B. White's essay, The Ring of Time. He writes, "The only sense that is common in the long run is the sense of change, and we all instinctively avoid it and object to the passage of time and would rather have none of it. Our resistance to change and the value of change is a tension that comes up again and again in my study of happiness." Here's a funny and true example of how change, even when we resist it and complain about it, sometimes brings value. For 2 days in February of 2014, workers on London's Underground network went on strike, and as a result, some, but not all, tube stations were closed. Many people were forced to change their daily commute to work to find a different path for getting from their home to their office and back home again. Travel patterns during this time were studied closely, and researchers found something interesting. About 1 in 20 commuters stuck with their new route even after the strike ended. In fact, researchers concluded that in the end, there was a net benefit of time saved. The time saved in the long term by those who found a more efficient way to get to work outweighed the time lost by commuters during the 48 hours of the strike. When we're forced to do things differently, we sometimes find a better way. But we usually don't try those changes very willingly. This is a very apt observation for the empty nest, open door stage of life. Whether we welcome this transition or not, it can nevertheless be a time of positive change if we approach it mindfully. I'm Gretchen Rubin, and I hope this makes your week a little happier.